Beneath the watch, the devil's past and blow. The room of fathers, I have to be passed on. A lamp shot to survive is a dive beneath the sky. In a place where we can hide. Crowds of wives will sail and rob to discover where we will find the truth, where we will know the combat and get in control. Pariah, as blue is crossed against the soul, we're lost in the beauty, forever wanting more. The melody runs, and turning that relates us from the ocean's courageous whisper melodies, an ancient melody that sets our spirits free into the abyss. We'll dive, explore and discovering treasures waiting, and up becomes the light. Dive, just come on, where we will find a trap. You just take control. The ocean's calling us, its whispers in a breeze, an ancient melody that sets the spirits free. The ocean's calling, its whisper in a breeze, an ancient melody that sets our spirits free into the abyss. That light comes around. Dive in the truth, Messiah, take the control. Pariah, dive in the truth, Messiah, take control. Pariah. Find the The ocean's calling us into the abyss. Until they are gone. counting down the days, planning my escape. I don't wanna feel this anymore. I've buried all my pain just to keep you safe. But I'm tired of the lies. I'm not okay. They come alive, those thoughts of mine. They're trying to bury me. Till it's in the ground. They run at night, right through my mind, telling me all this lie. Keep me inside. I can never break away from the noise. I try to keep it down. I'm half alive. This isn't life. I'm tired of all the pain. But this isn't who I am. I'm standing at the edge. I'm all alone again. I don't wanna feel this anymore. I tried so hard for you. I kept all the pain inside, the darkness in my mind. But I'm so tired of this lie. I'm not okay. They come alive, those thoughts of mine. They're trying to bury me. Till it's in the ground. They run at night, right through my mind, telling me all this lie. Keep me inside. I can never break away from the noise. I try to keep it down. I'm half alive. This isn't life. I'm tired of all the pain. But this isn't who I am. I've been fighting with every breath I take until fire gone. I've been fighting with every breath I take until fire gone. They're trying to bury me. Till it's in the ground. They run at night, right through my mind, telling me all this lie. Keep me inside. I can never break away from the noise. I try to keep it down. I'm half alive. This isn't life. I'm tired of all the pain. But this isn't who I am.
All right, everyone. Merry happy hump day. It's another episode of Banger Wednesday. I just made that up and it rhymed. All right. So, first off, if you enjoyed the tracks that we listened to coming into the show tonight, all of those bands live on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist, and that's where I played them from. And every band we listen to tonight's going to end up landing there as well. And, this is going to be the first time I've actually said this in the intro, but like, I listen to these intros from the playlist, and it's just like I'm amazed at the quality of music that we get on this show. And I'm pretty sure tonight's going to be no different. These guys put in a lot of work. We got some great videos lined up, and I'm anxious to get rolling. But real quick, shout out to Recky Fox. Thank you for coming back. And shout out to my boy Bo for coming back. His band's been on the show a couple times. But you know, with that said, I don't want to waste too much time talking and BSing. Let me just get the first band in here. So Fred, I got Fred here from Deadwood. Why don't you go ahead and unmute and tell us a little bit about your band and tell us a little bit about this track and the video that accompanies it. Just give us a little bit of something to chew on while I get that queued up for us.
Yeah. I'm Fred from Deadwood. We're from Montreal, Canada. I play guitar, and the next song, our song you're gonna hear, it's a God Eater. It's a kind of mixed deathcore, Whitechapel, Meshuggah dish. So yeah, that's what I say for this song.
Awesome. So I heard him say some Whitechapel, so I'm pretty sure some of you guys are
Yeah.
probably a little excited about that. And you know, that's a good opportunity for me to plug in that,
Yeah.
you know, on this show we invite any and all flavors of metal and bands that play those types of styles. So you are going to hear probably, I honestly, I don't know what you're going to hear tonight because I don't pre-screen any of these tracks. These guys could be sending me absolute, you know, bluegrass country garbage, which is great, but it's not for this show. And I wouldn't know until I hit play live on Twitch. So I'll be listening to these tracks for the first time along with the rest of you guys. So and that's why I always get these bands to go ahead and give us a little intro into the tracks because I have no clue. But I will have things to say after we're done listening. So, Fred, you got anything else you want to say before I go ahead and throw us into it?
No, but we got some show we got a tour in the province of Quebec soon. We got a new song coming out probably the end of February with a new singer and another member too. Yeah, that's a big year for us.
Oh, awesome. Okay, guys. So he's got a video, like I said. I'm going to go ahead and throw us over there so we can take a look at it and a listen. Be sure to get your questions into chat so we can ask those to him after we wrap up the song. And for those of you that are new to the show, I play the track all the way to the very last second till it turns to 0. And then we hop back in and we talk about it. So without further ado, let me go ahead and throw you guys over there. And we're going to check out this video. Make sure you have your eyes on Twitch. And this is Deadwood, God Eater. Here we go. Deadwood, God Eater. Here we go. All right. And like I said, we're going to let this go all the way to the very end. There we go. We don't want to play it again, though. I don't know why I almost pushed that. All right, guys. All right. Let me get us back over to the question forum. All right. So, Fred, I muted you. Let me unmute you. All right, man. So, I have a few questions. And, chat, if you guys think of anything, go ahead and type it in. So, Fred, you said you were a guitar, correct?
Yeah, I'm the guitar player.
Okay. So, let me ask you this. Were you guys, did you guys do this at home, or did you actually go to a commercial studio?
I do all by myself. I got my own studio at home. So yeah, I mix, I mastering, and do everything.
Really, that was really well done, man. I have to say that is really well done. So, obviously, as you can see over my shoulder, I do guitar as well. So, I imagine you guys were DI'd and you did models?
Yeah, I DI. I use Quad Cortex.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm an artist from long run pickup too. So I use a long run pickup on all my guitar.
Okay. What modeling plugins did you use? Was it like Neural DSP or something else, or?
I'm using my for this one. I'm using my Quad Cortex. So it's EVH.
Okay,
EVH mixed with EVH with mixed with Fortin 33.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
those guitars sounded killer, man. I mean, the whole mix overall was very just very well done, man. I'm super impressed. Everything was super clear.
Thanks, man.
And it definitely lended to that style, man, because whenever it hits for sure. And was that also 7 strings? I was having trouble getting my eyes to focus.
For this song I use 7 string, but for some other song I use 8 string on drop E.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love that tuning choice, man. It definitely sounds sick. So I do have a question in chat. Bryce was asking what are some of you guys' influences?
Man, I'm a huge fan of Meshuggah. And Meshuggah and a lot of old deathcore scene. I'm from the whole deathcore scene. I play with Iron Dissonance. I play with the Plasma Rifle. So yeah, I'm back in the day. I Despise Icon, band like that, and I mix it with Meshuggah, and yeah, yeah, that's Meshuggah is one of my biggest influence. Yeah, the Plasma Rifle. Yeah, I was a guitar player of Plasma Rifle.
There you go, man. See that? There's people here that know who you are.
Oh, thanks, man.
So
talk to me.
Yeah, but again, I do see why you said Whitechapel definitely had a strong resemblance there, and obviously, you know, if you're a Meshuggah person, you know that's got some low tunings and some awesome syncopation in there. So yeah, I see all those influences being brought out in that track for sure. So let me ask you this: is this a single from an album that's out now, or is this just a single, or is this a single for an upcoming album?
No, this song is from our last album called Inhuman, and we can find everywhere. I got it just right here, Inhuman. You can find this on indiemerch.com. You probably find this album. I got my Plasma Rifle album too here. Yeah, but all our songs are on Spotify, Bandcamp, yeah, everywhere.
Nice. So, you know, since he was plugging in where you can find him, I'll do this all night, guys, and I'm not going to apologize for it because it's doing great things for a lot of the bands that come on the show. But if for whatever reason you cannot remember his plugs or you can't find references to his plugs to find his band, go find the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. It'll have that little kind of bluish green logo, Banger Wednesday, and you will find his song on that playlist after tonight. It's not there yet, but it will be. And you can click on his band and go straight to their Spotify.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, that was really cool. For you guys that missed it, one of the guys here in Discord showed their Plasma Rifle album. So you know, our man Fred here has got a few followers that happen to show up unknowingly. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah.
great. And you know, speaking of which, that's one of the cool things about the show. Just the way everyone's been networking and making these connections and putting all the puzzle pieces together. It's been really great. Because of the show, I know that there are bands that I keep in touch with that are, you know, traveling. And actually, I think Bo may be in the band I'm fixing to talk about. Bo, isn't it you guys that are going to make a trip to another state or two over to go play for an album release party for one of the other bands that was on the show? I think it was you guys that maybe told me that. But yeah, but the networking has been great. There have been people that are touring and reaching out to each other to get connections in the cities they're traveling to. And the playlist itself has been really helping a lot of bands get heard in places they weren't heard before because of the wide range of listeners we've been picking up lately. Because I mean, we feature bands from I've had some guys from Norway, actually 2 bands from Norway, Hungary, the UK. I've had France. I've had I can't think of all the other places, but we're kind of international, which is great. We're growing, and people are getting heard in places they've never been heard before. So I'm gonna push the playlist all night, and I don't apologize for it. And Bo, I missed it, or did you even hear me? Are you guys the band that's going to play for an album release party soon from one of the other bands that was on the show? Yep. See, but that's been like one of the coolest things, you know. Yep, Gates of Shoal. Yep. So yeah, this show's for you guys, not for me. So it's been awesome watching the community really come together and all these little puzzle pieces coming together. Like it's funny you said you were with Plasma Rifle, and these guys are here and they know who you are and didn't expect to know you were here. So again, man, I talked a lot, but back to your track. Great track, man. I can't say it enough. You did a really good job mixing and mastering that, and the video was awesome too. We don't get the videos too often on the show, but we love it when we get them, and that was just a great one. And it was
Thanks, man.
It was an absolute banger, and it was a great way to start off the show. So is there anything else you want to plug real quick? Because I'll talk all night for you if you want.
Not really. We got some show in province of Quebec, and we're looking to probably go to the US on the end of the years. And yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So and again, you know, feel free to make connections with these guys here in Discord, the other bands tonight. You know, maybe they can hook you up with some spots to hit on your tour, or maybe they'll come play with you too.
Why not?
All right.
Awesome.
Well, man, Fred, thank you so much for bringing that badass track to start the show. And with that said, we're gonna go ahead and hop over to the next band. So I got Bobby and Caleb from Serling. Why don't you guys hop into Discord and give us a little info. You guys are muted. I muted you. Let me unmute you. That's my fault. I am so sorry. All right. Go ahead, speak now.
Hello.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. That was my fault.
No problem.
But yeah, so go ahead and tell us a little bit about the band, the track you submitted, and I'll get it kind of queued up in the background while we do that.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, I'm Bobby. I do a lot of the live vocals. I handle all the behind the scenes stuff, all the socials, do everything like that, everything with our labels and all of that.
And I'm Caleb, and I do all the guitars, bass, mixing, and vocals.
Nice. So, so what was the name of this track you guys sent me? And you know, is there any background to it? What, you know, influenced it? What's the song about? What you got for me?
You sent Kick the Can, right?
Yeah, we sent in Kick the Can. The track has Rich Lombardi from the Sawtooth Grin on it, and Yeah, I think it's just kind of a fan favorite for our genre. The Sawtooth Grin is kind of a really big hitter. So getting them was amazing. And I think Caleb has quite the little story of the phone call with talking to Rich for the first time on there.
Yeah, that was wild. Been listening to him for a while. The reason why he's on the track is that he requested it. The band Serling is a Twilight Zone themed mathcore band, so every single song is based out on a particular episode. Sometimes we just do a summary of it. Sometimes people have features where we play certain characters from the episode, which is what happened here in Kick the Can. So he's playing a character and I'm playing a character, and we just get through the episode and basically describe it the best way we can.
Nice, nice. So you said mathcore, right? Well,
Yes.
if that's the case, then I guess we're in for a treat because I think you guys are going to be the first mathcore I've actually got on here, believe it or not. So that's kind of exciting. Like I said earlier, I like getting all the different flavors, so this will be another notch on my headboard, so to speak. So you guys did send the Spotify link. So again, I'm gonna plug it all night. So I got it queued up here, and I am playing it directly from the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. It's already there. So you guys got anything else you want us to chew on before I click the play button?
Nope, have that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna throw us over there, and we are going to listen to this track. And I have for you "Kick the Can" by Serling. Here we go. All right. Let me get back to this question forum here. I do have some questions. So, with that said, chat, go ahead and get your questions in if you got any. My first question is, who, if I was to ask you guys, who do you think you sound like, who would you say?
We get Danza a lot.
Really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
it's- Yeah.
You guys remind
Or
me. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
or Danza or Diet Car Bomb. There's that.
Yeah. And you know what? The band I'm going to name, I don't even know if they would classify as math, but I feel like there's a strong resemblance. I wrestled a bear once. Anyone? No?
Oh yeah. There's some
Yep.
chaotic guitar playing going on in there
Yeah.
that would definitely match.
Yeah. I was definitely
wrestled
feeling
a bear
those vibes. Yeah, I was definitely feeling those vibes. And the other question is were you guys tuned really low, or were you guys using a shifter on your guitars?
I use an 8-string guitar and a pitch shifter, 2 of them at the same time.
Okay, and how low were you going? Because that thing got really nasty in there.
I tune to E flat on the 8-string, and my drop tune is set to -4 semitones. So I'm down to double drop B, so B0 basically.
Jeez, I mean, it was awesome. I really liked that. It just got so nasty and low. It was awesome. So
Right.
I'm scanning through chat here, make sure I don't have any questions here. So we got a question from I Destroy Fish Sticks. Caleb, what size underwear do you not like the best? That is his official question.
I'm gonna have to go with extra small
There you go.
because it cuts off circulation to my ankles
There you go.
while I do tinkies.
There you go. All right, I'm just kind of scrolling through here, see if I missed any chats. Six Savage is asking about any particular influences that you have that you would like to point out.
The Chariot, Dillinger, Meshuggah, Viljarta.
I have to say, Arsonist, get all the girls.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So you guys, I'm guessing you guys just been metalheads forever. But were you always in the mathcore subgenre, or you kind of ventured over after trying some other stuff?
I mean, for me, when I first got into metal, it was like just getting into like high school, end of middle school. It started with obviously like everybody, most people, Slipknot, things like that, and then a couple years into it is when a buddy of mine showed me started getting me into like the band Dr. Acula and kind of heavy low kind of venturing me into the path, and that's where it started from there.
Nice. And how about you? Yeah, go ahead.
With me personally, I started playing guitar pretty young, so I grew up a sort of guitar nerd. So any guitar related music I was hooked on pretty early. So as far as the chaotic metal that I enjoy now, I'm kind of late with it.
Wait, is that Rich in chat?
Yeah, that's Rich Lombardi. And
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, it started to smell good in here, and I knew he was in here. So, yeah.
Yeah, got that smell-o-vision installed in Twitch.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so when I started, at first it was listening to Frank Zappa, and then started to hear a lot of weird time signatures and stuff like that. And then years go by, and I start hearing metal music that has the weird time signatures and weird parts. And MySpace era mathcore was definitely scratching that itch for me, whether it be Number 12 Looks Like You, or Sawtooth Grin, or See You Next Tuesday, or all of that stuff. It was definitely better than listening to blues and Van Halen and stuff like that. Things got more interesting. So
Right. I feel that. And Rich, if you're in chat, if you want to say anything about the track or say anything that we need to know about these guys here, please feel free to plug it in. But excuse me. Yeah, I asked that question because I mean, math subgenre. I mean, it's definitely like it's just like such a niche subgenre. I like hearing some of the backstories on how you fall into that, because you just definitely don't wake up one day and it's like, I want to play this subgenre. You know, I've yet to meet anyone that actually happened to. So I was just curious to see how you guys made your way that way, because As much as I enjoy listening to it, it is definitely something that I could not write. I promise you that. I appreciate it, but I couldn't get my brain to work like that, man. I was good at math
I
at
can't get
school
my
too.
brain to work like that, to be honest with you. Like Caleb's and Brandon, who just jumped in chat, B Dowdy 207 is our drummer. Yeah, I can't. I have such a hard time seeing it. Like they sit down to write it, and it's like they can see the full vision and hear the song already. I'm like, I wait. I just sit on the sidelines and wait till it's done.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what makes that subgenre so cool, because even as a listener, you're kind of like, how the hell are they getting those patterns and hitting them without getting lost in it, and it's just so weird. Even the name, the mathcore, it makes it sound like it's so just precise and easy to follow, and in a lot of cases it's really not. It kind of has that chaotic feel to it, which is what makes it really, really fun to listen to. And I see they're responding in chat, so let me go ahead and poke at that. So their drummer said that he was influenced by the Acacia Strain. Great band, great choice. Rich chiming in saying that lovely gents to work with, so very fun to collaborate with, a band that has an actual creative reason to feature guest vocalists. So he's giving you guys a little bit of kudos there. Probably didn't deserve it, but no, I'm just messing. But that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of it like comes from just an initial conversation of like, what's your favorite Twilight Zone episode? And if it's one that we haven't done yet, then all right, well, let's make a song about that. And that's kind of how it goes. So yeah, that's the creative reasoning for a guest vocalist, is just, what's your favorite episode, and now let's write a song about it based around the episode. So there's writing lyrics and things being about the episode kind of come a little easier probably, but it just gives a cool like flair to doing a guest spot with us or something, rather than just, okay, here's lyrics, we did everything for you, or use creative reasoning, but here's kind of what the song's about. It's like you kind of get to go into it knowing, yeah, it's about a Twilight Zone episode, it's your favorite episode, so have at.
That's awesome. So let me ask then, do you guys have a track about the creature on the wing of the plane? I think it was a gremlin.
Oh, Nightmare at 30,000 feet. We haven't done that one yet.
Yeah. That's kind of iconic, right?
Yeah, very iconic. So, yeah, we will definitely get around to that one, either with or without a guest vocal spot.
Nice. I'd be down to listen to that.
I mean, we could get weird with it, and it's just a noise track from the perspective of the creature that's on the wing. What would he hear at 30,000 feet, which is just wind and horse shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it could be 5 minutes of that.
Interesting.
And phone it in. That could be fun.
Yeah, I'd like to see how that would play out for you. And for you guys in chat or listening, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, the episode we're talking about is kind of iconic because it was back in the day, black and white, and it had William Shatner on an airplane, and he's flying on this airline, and he looks out the window, and there's this creature tearing the plane apart, and he's trying to tell everyone, and no one believes him. That sounds pretty accurate, right?
Yeah, Brandon just corrected me. We have Taylor from Steak Sauce Mustache that's going to do that song. So we have already discussed that. So
oh, there you go. There you go.
That's already set up.
There you go. All right.
For the future.
Yeah. So with that said, is this just a flat out single, or is this off of a past album or an upcoming album? What's the situation there?
This came out
this past Friday.
Yeah, this past Friday on our new EP. So this is fresh on Spotify.
Nice.
And everywhere else.
Okay. But the goal is to eventually put out a full length album, or you just keep pounding singles out.
Well, this was off of an EP. So we have an EP that came out, the James Beavis Chronicles. That EP got remastered or mastered for the first time 6 songs and got put out with these 6 songs as kind of like a double EP.
Mhm.
And we do have a full length that came out, Stop at Willoughby as well. So
Okay.
yeah, this is second EP, and there is a full length as well. And we also did a 4-way split as well too. So
Gotcha. And so, what's the primary social platform that you want people to reach out to you at, or do you have one that's particularly your favorite?
I mean, I run all of it for everybody. So Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all 3 of those get used and are right on my phone. So any of those, and you'll get us. So
There you go. So you guys heard it. If you got a particular Twilight Zone episode that you want to stick in their ear, that go to those platforms and hit them up, see if they're already working on it or not. Pitch the idea. And so with that said, he told you what platforms he's available on. But again, I'm gonna say it all night, and I told you I wasn't gonna apologize. If you get lost along the way, head over to the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. You'll find this track. You click on their band, and it'll take you right over to their band Spotify, and then the sky's the limit from there. So let's see. I got a few more people hollering in chat. Let's see what they're talking about before I move on. Bill from Smothered Son wants to know if Bobby remembers Mama. P.S. He also says, "I love you, my little muffin man, Caleb."
Hi, Bill.
Smothered Sun is a band from Maine. Also, we're from Maine in the U.S. And Smothered Sun is they're our best friend band. So they're kind of chiming in there with all their little inside jokes with us. We play a lot of shows together. I work with Bill full time as well from that band, and I know we're here for Serling, but definitely look up and check out Smothered Sun, and they'd be great to have on here as well.
Well, that's exactly where I was about to go. So, Bill from Smothered Son, you need to message me and talk to me so I can get you on the show. I love getting new bands and friends of bands on here, so make sure you hit up these guys if you don't know how to find me, so you can find me. Let's do it. All right. Anything else you guys want to plug before I move on to the next band?
Yeah, I want to plug Sawtooth Grin, one of the greatest bands ever.
Definitely.
Also, See You Next Tuesday and Crippling Alcoholism. They are the 3
Indeed.
features we had on the EP, and all around fantastic. Love all those dudes, and we can't thank them enough. And the response off of dropping this EP was just more than we even thought it would be. Just absolutely floored us, humbled us, and floored us. And we just can't thank everyone enough.
That's great, man. I'm happy for you guys, and definitely, reach out to them too if they want to come on the show. We'll have them. That'd be awesome. But yeah, with that said, again, thank you guys for bringing an awesome new flavor to the show. Like I said, I don't think we've had mathcore. I'm actually pretty positive we haven't had any math, but I appreciate it. Now I got another flavor being added to the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist, and it was a well done track, man. You guys definitely lived up to that subgenre, and you hit it hard. And like you said, it was well done. And now you're sitting here and you're seeing the benefits of putting in that hard work and putting out a badass track. So I hope you guys just keep on riding that wave, and keep doing what you're doing because it's obviously working. So again, thank you guys for taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for taking the
so
time
much.
and giving us a math lesson, so to speak. Much appreciated. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and hop on to the next band. So I got Colby from Halo Scars here. So Colby, why don't you unmute and I'll ask you the same question I've asked everyone else. Give us a little insight into the band and this track, and I'll get it queued up in the background.
I'm Colby with Halo Scars. I am the vocalist. This track that I sent in is our latest single. We released it, I think it was around February of last year. And this track is a representation of old Halo Scars to new. It's written in a way that I think that everybody can connect with it. It's catchy. It's got a really cool feel to it. We kind of have that vibe of Kill Switch Engage, All That Remains, Bullet for My Valentine, and things of that nature. Excited for y'all to hear it.
Yeah, I'm giving you a slow clap because you're hitting my my strings there. That's where I cut my teeth was on the old school metalcore pioneers like Killswitch and all those guys. So now I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. I love when I get those for lack of a better term, those traditional metalcore feels. Even though I don't even think you can call it traditional. It's just those bands were like pioneers for it, so it makes it feel like it's it's a traditional, like they shaped it to what it was. So, all right. With that said, I'm gonna stop talking because I like saving all my comments for after. But you gave me enough to chew on, and I'm excited because I'm a core kid. I love metalcore. So I'm gonna throw you guys over there. Let's go ahead and check out this track. This is a video too, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys. So put your eyes on the Twitch stream. We have another video, and we're going to check it out right now. This is Crownless King by Halo Scars. Here we go.
Everything, now you're walking away. This time I think I'm done. We're giving up. They thought inside of my mind make me feel like I should die. I'm so broken beyond comprehension. There seems to be no escape. I live a life full of hate. I'm so tired of being forgotten. I waited for you when you put me through all the pain inside your mind. I'm giving up. You took everything, now you're walking away. This time I think I'm done. We're giving up. I'm giving I'm broken. I'm broken. I'm broken. I'm broken. I waited for you when you put me
right. That ending kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't ready for it to end. So, with that said, let me throw you guys back over to the question forum here. All right. First off, the most important comment I saw in chat I got to address real quick. I Destroy Fish Sticks. This band has a cute vocalist.
God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. That's my response to that.
Yeah. So, the first thing I'm going to say, though, is that, the bands you all named before we went into it, I definitely see why you said them. You guys definitely are in that world. Definitely got a little bit more of a modern flair in it, which was great. But you know what? Let me just go ahead and I just want to scroll through chat real quick, just make sure I didn't miss anything of importance. Hey guys in Discord, if you don't mind, chat in Twitch instead of Discord, please. We're getting some feedback of that Discord alert, if you don't mind. Okay, so let's see. Bo, he hit something on the head. Bo said in the chorus he really liked the dissonance you guys added in there, and I agree that was really well done, really well placed. You guys as guitar players are dope, to say the least. They're really awesome, and definitely want to give them some kudos on the solo, because thankfully I get to listen to a lot of bands doing this show, and ton of talented guitar players. I mean, like super talented, but I like to think there's this one little step that some people miss. They got all the talent in the world, but sometimes the biggest way to excel whenever you're writing something is knowing when to hold back some. And the way your guitar players in their solo phrased the solo, it just made it so impactful. It gave it an opportunity to hit you in the feels, and it wasn't just a shreddy solo. Phrasing was just amazing. Loved it. And now that I'm done stroking the guitarist, because I'm a fellow guitarist. Your vocals.
I'm sure Jason's in here listening.
Yeah. Your vocals, man. Man, how to put this? Again, I've heard a lot of metalcore vocalists on the show, and had any one of them been in your band as opposed to you, it wouldn't have done it the same justice, man. Because you got a little something going on there. I can't put my finger on it because I'm not a vocalist, but your voice has got some power behind it. I don't know if you realize how much power you got.
Thank you.
It's obviously you're not on the same I don't want to say pitch as like a Howard Jones, because he's obviously way deeper, but you still have that impact as far as getting those feels whenever you start doing your cleans, and very smooth transitions between your grits and your cleans. Just the track as a whole, man, was just really well done. So was this a home studio? You guys went to a commercial studio? How'd that work?
We actually went and recorded with Alex Ryan of AXR Recordings in Johnson City, also known as the Sound Asylum previously. We've worked with him when we released our first EP, Remnants of Decay, and then we were with him for the Crownless King single, and we were with him once again because we are about to release a brand new EP called Ascension. We just announced that the other day. But Alex did all the recording. He did all the mixing, mastering, editing, everything. Alex is the man.
Yeah. So what was the name of the studio before you said?
The Sound Asylum.
Has anyone that any of us in Twitch would recognize have recorded there? Because that studio name sounds familiar to me for some reason, and I don't know why. Like,
From my understanding, it's been around for a while, and then Alex took it over and is transitioning the name over to AXR Recordings. But he's great. I highly recommend him. He's very knowledgeable. Couldn't ask for a better dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to research that, because I feel like that the old studio name is ringing a bell for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I saw it. I like to watch a lot of band documentaries if they put them out. I feel like maybe it popped up on one of those or something. So that's awesome, man. He did great work for you. That's a badass song.
Oh, for sure. For
Um,
sure.
and I've said it a few times on some of the episodes, like the quality of tracks we get on the show. It every week it's like it amazes me because I went in thinking I was gonna get a bunch of and no offense to anyone that does this, a bunch of tracks where they just hung a microphone in the center of the practice room and tried to record like that. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to expect, but I've just been blown away every week with the quality and quite frankly the skills that all you guys have in these bands. And I think that's why the show's steadily picking up more and more momentum, and the playlist is getting a lot of hits. And you're just another good example, man. Just great artist putting their heads together, putting in the work, and just putting out a straight badass track, man. I don't know what else to say about
Thank
it.
you.
Anyone
I
in chat?
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, anyone in chat want to chime in anything? And remind me, where are you guys located again?
So we are in Northeast Tennessee. We're around the Johnson City, Tennessee area. We're a 4-piece, and we practice at my house in my basement. We write everything here. We all pitch in, put in the work, and taking it one step at a time, man. Come a ways from when it started.
How far is like Tennessee from like say I don't know Indiana?
From Indiana, I think it's about 8 hours from us. I think
Bo,
6 to 8.
Bo, you guys are in Indiana, right? Seeing if he chimes back in here. Pretty sure they're from Indiana. Another dope metalcore band. You guys need to hook up. You guys would make a great bill, I think. Put you guys
Most definitely.
on the same bill. That'd be awesome. And again, I know I mentioned it earlier, but Bo's band's making a trip to go play for an album release party for another metalcore band a couple states over. So again, man, I feel like I'm playing like a Love Connection on the show sometimes. I'm like, yeah, if you guys hook up, man, it could be great. It could be great. But
All about networking.
yeah, man, it's great, man. It was a really well done metalcore track. That's all I got to say about that, man. Just keep doing what you guys are doing. And you said
Thanks, man.
you just announced that you guys are coming out with something. When do you think it's actually going to release? Any clue?
Okay, so we have a new EP coming out called Ascension. It is a 6-track EP. It is like I said with Crownless King, kind of transition from old to new. This is the perfect definition of that with this new EP. I mean, it's going to have everything from deathcore vibes, metalcore to, just everything. It's hard for me to pinpoint. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of my bandmates. Everybody has really put in the work for it. Originally, we were shooting for a February release, but we are pretty particular when it comes to the mastering section of it all. So we're currently in that phase right now. So could be the end of February, could be March. Not exactly sure yet, but we are playing a show on February the 13th. We are opening up for Fear Factory, and for anybody in the Knoxville area, we will be debuting some of those new tracks.
Well,
And if we have the songs back in time, we might even have a few physical copies to give away at that show before it's released on all platforms.
dang. Nah, and so now I'm gonna have to go and see how far away you guys are from me, man. That's awesome. No, that's a pretty cool bill to be on. Playing with Fear Factory, man. That's got to be exciting as hell.
Very lucky, very lucky.
Yeah, those guys are old school royalty.
Yes,
They did a lot of things for a lot of people. They were a big influence for a ton of people.
oh yeah, they're a big influence for our guitarist Jason. So he's pretty stoked about it as well.
Well, I hope he can
We're all
actually
pretty
play the
stoked.
night of it. I hope he does. His nerves don't
Yeah, I
get
hope
to
so
him, right?
Yeah, we're the opener, so we gotta make the impression.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm sure you guys will rock it out. I mean, if all your tracks sound like that one we just listened to, man, you guys are gonna kill it. It's gonna be great.
I'm really looking forward for everyone to hear these new tracks. I'm very pumped for it.
Yeah, me too. And with that segue, just to remind everyone that's new to the show and the bands that it's their first time on the show, I think every band's first time. But this isn't a one-hit wonder show. All these bands are always welcome to come back to the show with new tracks. If they come out with any new, they just keep in touch with me. Let me know whenever they're coming out with something new. And if I don't have any new bands to get on the show and I need slots to fill, we'll get them back in for returns. So please, continue to check in with me, guys, in the bands. And those watching, just remember to, take the moment and hit that little follow button that's like somewhere's around here on Twitch. That way you get the alert when we go live. You never know when your band will be coming back. So with that said, thanks again, Colby, for bringing this badass track. It definitely hit me in my soul because, I'm a core kid. That's what I cut my teeth on. So I was happy to hear it, man. And it was a great video. It was just a good thing all the way around, man. Audio and visually.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
With that said, let's hop on to the next band. I got Jacob with Obsidian Mine. Why don't you unmute Jacob and talk to us? Give us some words.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, so, tell us a little bit about the band. Tell us about the track you got. And I'm going to cue it up in the background, man.
Cool. Band's called Obsidian Mind. We're from the Covington, Kentucky, Cincinnati area, Ohio. And we're like a modern metalcore type vibe. We've been doing this for about 3-4 years now. As this band, I'm the vocalist, by the way, / songwriter. And we started as a different band before, where I was the guitarist. And then as, steps went along, we ended up changing our sound a little bit. And then I ended up being the vocalist, and we just kind of never went back ever since. So, but yeah, we play a lot of local shows here, but we're starting to tour and stuff as well. And this track is a personal one for me. It has to do with a lot of some backstory on my end, that this was my way of kind of expressing that out in the best way that I possibly could. And I think that we teamed together really, really well to make this sound as best as possible, as well as to portray that emotion as best as possible too.
All right. Yeah, definitely. And apologies, guys. I see that there's an ad break coming in about 50 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill that spot with me talking about some things that he pointed out that I want to touch on, and I'll save playing the track for after the ad break. So if you guys catch it, we'll see you guys on the flip side. And in the meantime, those that will not be catching the ad break, I'll keep talking some stuff. Be talking some mess, so to speak. Okay, yeah, so with that said, that's something that I brought up a few times. Well, you hit on something that I brought up a few times on other episodes, and one thing that I think gets missed out on in the metal genre, obviously being, the minute you say metal, everyone that's not in the community gets turned off because they automatically go to this perception or this stereotype that, we all wear black and white face paint, we're sacrificing babies, and it's just so there's so many people out there
all the time.
Yeah. exactly. So there are so many people that miss out on what this genre has to offer, and instead they'll go listen to Taylor Swift write about 30 songs of having a breakup, or go listen to rap where they're talking about hoes and money and being thugs and stuff. And what I'm leading up to is, there's, like you just said, you've put a personal experience into this song, these feelings, this emotion, and there's so many people out there that probably could relate to it, learn from it, take something from it, and they'll never get the chance to enjoy it because, oh, that's metal. That's all garbage. That's all Satan worshiping and stuff like that. So it's something I like to bring up all the time, and it was a big reason why I wanted to do this, because again, we do A to Z subgenres. So we'll have things that people that really don't like the heavy can enjoy, and then we'll have things for the people that do like the heavy. And the goal is to show everyone that I can convince to show up to the show that may not be into metal, what metal has to offer. And I really love whenever you guys come on and you have this great backstory or this this real emotional tie to the track that we're listening to, because it helps, you know, get that message across that I've always tried to push. Because I not only want to, you know, raise up and support everyone that's in the metal community, I want to grow it. I want to get more people to get into it, you know. And so for some of you guys that maybe didn't see it, my mom was on chat earlier. You know, I want people that don't listen to it to come in and enjoy the show, and she doesn't come in just because I'm her son. She'll bang her head to some of this stuff too. You know, it's slowly grown on her. I don't even know if she's still here anymore, but
I like that. I like that. You know, metalcore specifically, or modern metal, it's like a really good gateway for people that aren't typically used to it. And I love a nasty breakdown, just like the next person. But sometimes a good hook, or sometimes something that catches your ear like super well and just can't get it out of your head, or that haunting melody that they're just like, I cannot get that. That like makes my spine shiver sometimes. Like sometimes you have to reach past the traditional role, if you want to call it that, of metal, and just see who can you bring to the community as well.
Yeah, and like I said, I can't say it enough. There's just so many great storytellers in the metal community, and because of those reasons right there, they find that thing they want to pass through their music and skill, and you know, they come out with amazing stuff. So it looks like everyone's back from the break.
Cool.
Thank you guys for coming back. Thank you guys for listening to me rant during the break if you were still here. With that said, we're going to go ahead and hop over to the viewing section, and we are going to check out this track. And we have Obsidian Mind, A Ghost in the Walls. This is a video, so make sure you got your eyes on Twitch, and here we go.
Just the way of this
right. Let me throw you guys back over into the QA section here, and my boy Jacob, get back on that
Hey.
mic.
What's
All
up?
right, man. Definitely some amazing modern metalcore for sure, man.
Thank you.
I do have some things in chat I want to point out first before I go hard on all my ranting.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. Recky Fox. This guy looks too much of a sweetheart for that scream to be coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, oh shit. It's that baby face / teddy bear vibes, man. I get it.
That's the ones that'll get you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Phase Melt Digital, shit slaps harder than Will Smith trying to defend his girl's honor. So basically, you guys probably should have just named the track Chris Rock, right? Because that's who you got the slap heard around the world. No, man, that's great. No,
that's pretty accurate, man. I'll take it. I'll take the dub when I can get it, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, that track definitely, it hit hard, man. And let me just see. There was some more things coming through while I was scrolling. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Let me read. I'm reading. Fucking brutal and beautiful at the same time. Loved it. That was from Six Savage.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, and Bo's got a question, and but I do want to touch on that comment about it being brutal and beautiful at the same time, and that's one of the things that I think hooked me so much with metalcore whenever I kind of came into the game. Was that contrast. It wasn't just heavy all the damn time, or it just wasn't clean all the damn time. It was that tug of war back and forth between clean and heavy, clean and heavy, and you guys did a really good job of laying in some awesome clean and heavy parts that complemented each other very well. You got that extreme contrast. It just kind of lends to that feeling, that roller coaster ride, so to speak.
Yeah,
very well done, and like everyone said, your vocals were massive.
Thank you.
Equally, both your cleans and your grits were both massive. They had a lot of power behind them, and I mean, I don't think your bandmates could have written a better track musically or instrumentally to back your vocals up. I mean, you guys just meshed so well together.
Yeah, they killed it. Absolutely. They absolutely murdered it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a badass track. I loved it. Let's see. Just kind of going through tracks. I see it ticking in the corner of my eye, just making sure I'm not missing any important questions here. But Bo had a question. He asked about tuning. Sure. What tuning were you guys in?
Oh, so we use 7 strings and 5-string bass, and we're a 4-piece, but we're drop F.
Okay. Drop F. Even, not F sharp. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I love it,
Great
man.
Even. Yep.
And was this home studio? You went to commercial studio? What was that?
No, that whole thing was done on our own. We did it in our own little studio we got down in Covington.
Nice. It's so weird whenever you say the word Covington. It kind of freaks me out because I live in the New Orleans area, right outside of New Orleans.
Nice.
And the town is called Covington. So I live in Covington, Louisiana.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
neighbors.
Yeah. So whenever you say, I'm like, wait, he's down the road from me or something, and then it clicks a different state.
Yeah, no, we do all of our. Well, we were having outside producers for a little while. Like our song that we released before this one called "The Sound of Hunger." We had Jeff Dunn on it, and he did like Wage War, Crystal Lake, Velamaya, bands like that, and he absolutely killed it. And then we decided to try and go the DIY route because we had the equipment for it. We just needed a proper training for it. We just kind of really, to be honest, it's my drummer. My drummer and my bassist are the ones that are like really, they dive deep into it, like detail wise, and really knock it out of the park and fine tune everything and like pay attention to the small things and the big stuff. I really just show up and I yell and I play some strings a little bit. That's pretty much all I do.
So now you kind of brought me to some more questions because honestly, you guys did a really good job with it. It definitely sounds like on par as far as commercial mixing and mastering goes. So you guys did great.
Thank you.
But
Thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah, so my questions are: so guitars. I imagine you guys went ahead and DI'd it, and if you did, what kind of plugins were you guys playing with?
So we do have a Cortex, but we actually end up using Neural DSP, and as well, I think one of the plugins is Omega something or another. My bassist is the gear nerd. He's the one that knows all of it. But I know that. And then guitar wise, we have an Aristides that we use. And then we use Dingwall basses and Horizon Devices strings, and we try and go like balls to the wall with it. We try and we're like go big or go home, have as best as we can. And I like to think we're a little blessed on that because not everybody has the opportunity and the chances to have like good gear to actually make like quality stuff. And I like to think that we were in a good place enough to where we can have the things we need in order to make like the music that we think people deserve to hear, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, and again, man, you guys did great, and I'll always love asking that question. I normally ask every band, hey, you did this at home or did you do this at a commercial studio? Because, for instances, just like this, you guys did this on your own, and if you weren't there, you probably would not know it wasn't done at a commercial studio. And
that's the plan. That's the goal for sure.
Exactly, and it kind of because I do get some bands in here that that can't go to the commercial studio, and they really don't have the right gear to really be recording, mixing, mastering. But they're trying to, and I play their music anyway. But I love for them to hear guys like you that they're doing it. You just need to educate yourself a little bit more, and it's possible. You don't have to get discouraged that you'll never reach where you want to go unless you have a ton of money. So this is a great example of what you can accomplish nowadays with what's out there. Go ahead.
Okay, well, so I was gonna say we definitely started at a certain point where like it was somewhat below par, but it's somewhere to start. We were using lower quality Schecter guitars and a lot of like Joey Sturgis plugins are like really affordable and things like that. So it's like we kind of start somewhere where you make the best out of what you have, and then you kind of work from there. And I think we paid attention to what our sound was over the years and realized, as we went, what the direction that needed to go. And we basically, I feel like we just made some, and sometimes you gotta make sacrifices and in order to get those things. And, we're very aware that it's easier said than done, but I like to think that not only myself, but the guys in the band that we really, we put everything we can as much as possible into making sure our sound is pleasing to us as it is to everybody else. And I think as long as they know, whoever's starting out, as long as they know that you have to start from somewhere, it's okay that your drums are peaking a little bit. It's okay that, it's the bass, the low end is not quite low enough. It's okay that your tone is just like a little off the first few times, and you just gotta build and learn from you can't even really call them mistakes. They're just choices that didn't quite go the way that you wanted them to. And I feel like once people that are trying at home stuff to really like nail down those, we'll call them flaws, nail them down and build them up and start polishing, that's when you can really start to actually tell a difference in your music and what you're creating.
Definitely. And just one more question on the home recording, because again I do like to dig into it sometimes. So for your drums,
absolutely,
was that mic drums and you guys just EQ'd the hell out of it, or were they triggered, or did you guys actually MIDI your drums?
We MIDI. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we work with a lot of the velocity to make it sound as real as possible. We're actually almost to the point where we can do live drums. When we were tracking this, we weren't quite there, but we knew how to make the drums sound as realistic as we could. But we're getting fairly close to the point where we can start doing that on our own.
Yeah, and that was why I asked, because those drums were deceptive. I was like, man, if they did that at the house, how the hell did they get that sound? That sound. I was intrigued for a second.
That's my drummer, baby. He's just precise.
Yeah,
he's got that brain for it, man. I'm telling you.
He's all nice and square and dotted out.
Yeah, he'll sit there on the computer for a while and make sure. That's how he is.
That's awesome, man. Man, I don't see any new questions in the chat. I see everyone's digging the vibe we got going on in here, which is great. And so I'll just wrap it up for you guys with this. Amazing track, man. Super awesome modern metalcore. And you know what? My brain's kind of moving really fast. But did you say whether or not you guys have an album out or coming out? Was this just a single drop?
This is just a single drop. We have an EP that's already out on Spotify and anywhere really, and then an additional single like I mentioned before. But this was just a single, and we are in the process of creating the next single as well as shooting the video for that. We don't have any current plans for an EP, but it's definitely like we're talking about it. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah, and honestly, the way the world's going nowadays, especially on a lot of the streaming platforms, they're pushing bands to not even do albums anymore. They want you just to drop single, and I mean, and I get it. I get it to a certain extent. They're doing it because that optimizes money making for them. But the science, the science kind of makes sense too. The more you're popping yourself up there to listeners, the more you can keep that hype train going, so to speak. So the theory is you should start going up. So I get it. But I mean, there's also some I don't know, I guess nostalgic feels when you say I released an album. But I mean, no big deal if you guys don't. But
it's gonna happen. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna happen. It's just we're trying to play the game as best as we can strategically, I guess.
Yep. And that gives me another little segue to plug what I told you guys I was going to plug all night. Actually, you know what? I'll let you lead into it. Where is your favorite place for people to come find you guys if they want to reach out or listen to your tracks?
So listening wise, definitely Spotify. We're on all streaming platforms, but if you're wanting specifically, that's where I like to say. We have all socials: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Obsidian Mind. But like I said, any streaming platform you want. YouTube, we have a YouTube account as well. We have a couple videos on there, as well as some outside video or outside content, like YouTube channels that have posted some of our videos as well. But I'd say definitely Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube.
All right. And I got one more question just because I think it's funny, and then we're going to move on to the next band. Turned Up Todd said, or is asking, if you guys had the opportunity to get signed, would you guys take the deal?
You know, as the years go by, I mean, it would have to be a hell of a deal.
All right.
And it would have to be a hell of a deal, but I wouldn't say it's impossible, no. But we would really greatly look into it for sure. And we would definitely not jump into something, let's put it that way. We can handle some stuff on our own, but we're also very aware of the importance and, the kind of resources that having a label behind your back can have. So we're definitely not ignorant in the fact that it could be useful, but I've heard horror stories as much as everybody else has heard horror stories about labels. So the short answer, possibly it would just have to be a good deal and not too many red flags, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's becoming the age of independent artists, man. It really has.
That's what I'm saying. DIY, man. It's the coming up now, dude.
Yep. Yeah. Well, with that said, I'm gonna piggyback on what he said right before the question. He likes to be found at Spotify, as well as other platforms like YouTube and stuff. So if you happen to get lost along the way and don't know how to get to them, or you can't remember these plugs, guess where you're going? To the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. You'll find them there. You can click on their band and travel to their band's website, or Spotify page, I should say. So if you get lost, Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist, you'll find them. Or if you are on your way to work in the morning, or if you're, I don't know, eating lunch, or if you're taking a dump on the toilet and you need something to listen to, you can play the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist and listen to all the bands that have come on the show, including these guys. So add it, man. It's a great playlist. I listen to it all the time, not just because I helped curate it, but it is really an amazing playlist with a bunch of amazing bands like these guys. With that said, Jacob, thank you so much for bringing this track and answering all of our questions, and just bringing a track that had so much emotion in it. You know, it was a great time, man.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome. And with that said, we're going to move on to the final band of the night. And I have Jesse here with Wolves of Oz. Jesse, why don't you hop in Discord here and tell us a little bit about the band and the track you guys sent, and I'll get it queued up in the background.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. My name's Jesse with Wolves of Oz. We're a 4-piece outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. We got Dylan Russell, drums, vocals, Ben Gee on bass, and DJ Hendrix. He's our scratcher. He does a lot of the he triggers a lot of the backing tracks live and does a lot of scratching during our music. We genre blend, so we don't have a home as far as genre is concerned. We try to not be able to be pigeonholed into one genre, because one day we might want to write just a straight up deathcore song, and the next day write some happy core song, you know.
Right.
So each single that we've released is very, very different from one another, and we're trying to maintain that throughout. We've released 5 singles so far. We're working on an album. We're hoping to release sometime next year. But yeah, this next song, the song that you're going to be listening to, is called Apoptosis. It's about self-reflection, and for me, like music, it's very emotionally driven, and it can affect anyone that's listening to it, but in a good way. So for me, it's like kind of reverse psychology. If I'm really upset and angry music helps calm me down, and same for every other emotion. If I'm really depressed and sad, some straight up emo tracks are gonna cheer me up versus just keeping me in that place. So this song was written with that mentality of it's a song about being your worst critic. Basically, you're being extremely hard on yourself and not being proud of what you're putting out, what in any walk of life, not just music. The whole song is literally just, you know, the main lyric, you should hear the things I say to myself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the track.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. That's definitely just your little intro plug. There's definitely already starting to brew a bunch of questions I want to ask you, but I'm gonna save them for after the track. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and hop straight over to the track, and I believe you guys got a video as well. Yep. So remember to keep your eyes on Twitch so you can enjoy the video. And here we go. This is Wolves of Oz, and I'm gonna try and say this track name, Apoptosis. Here we go.
Self-reflection, not the mirror on the wall. Imperfections, overanalyze every flaw. Self-destructive deception, deadly conversations. Yeah, in my head, I wind up dead, but that's not my intention. You won't like what you find. Deep in the dark depths of my mind, the walls are closing in. I feel this is the end. We'll make it out alive. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy. I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst enemy. try. Maybe I'm blind. I should throw it all away and find another field to grow. I should give up on my dreams, see my hope for being broke. Stop believing in myself, I'm not a diamond in the rough. Disappear to my doubts, cause I'll never be enough. And every time I feel this way, I feel the weight of feeling wrong. Try to be myself today, but it won't stay that way for long. Introspective imperfections, yeah, I see them all. Try to sing the pain away, but I just sing the same old song. Yeah. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy. I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I wouldn't tell my enemy. I wouldn't tell my enemy. You should hear the things I say to myself. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst enemy.
Whoop. All right, almost played it again because it was so good. That was my bad, guys. All right, give me a second. Let me throw everyone back over to the question and answer form. All right, I got a lot to say, man, and let me see what I want to start with. Where do I want to start? Okay, how about this? Remind me, because my brain's all over the place. What was it you do in the band again?
I probably didn't say. I do the guitar and the screaming vocals.
Okay, cool. So now I know how to direct my questions a little bit better. All right. First off, and everyone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong. I got the super heavy prog metal vibes, but like at the same time, it was just the weirdest thing, weird in the good way, that I don't know, if just you take a really good prog metal band and of all things, Linkin Park, and slap them together and have a baby, and that was the kind of the vibes I was getting, which kind of maybe sounds weird, but man, it was really, really, really fucking cool. Okay, let's just get that out there. That was a really, really badass song. And that's why I'm sitting here struggling, like, what I want to talk about, because there's so much I want to talk about. Okay, so you said guitars and screaming. So guitars, what were you using and what tuning?
I was actually using this Bass 6 Sub-Zero. It's a $300 guitar off of Gear for Music. Let's see the brand. I initially saw this in I think it was a Lost music video, and I'd always wondered what they how they were playing and what they were playing, what kind of tuning they were playing, and how they were going so low, if they were just using pitch shifters or not. That's a 30-inch scale guitar. It's essentially it's a Bass 6,
It's a
but it's set up
baritone,
as
yeah.
a guitar. The pickups that I got with it weren't anything special, so I swapped them out for some Seymour Duncan Invaders, and yeah, I just tuned it down to double drop C sharp.
Okay, yeah. That's awesome, man. And I could tell you were low, and but it was pretty damn clear for that low of a tuning. I honestly thought you were gonna say you were on a 7 or an 8. But man, that
Took
came
a
out really
lot
good.
of work to get that clarity with the top. I've never mixed anything that low. And quickly, when we started writing the song, it wasn't an issue until we went to record it, and then it was like, there's a lot of low end
Yeah.
that's eating up space in the mix. What do I do to remedy that? And I ended up putting uh, just a like a low pass filter,
Mhm.
cutting off some of the low end, and then I brought it back in, but in a what's the fucking Gullfoss. I
Mhm.
use Gullfoss to basically bring frequencies back up that I cut, but in a pleasing way, and that's pretty much how I achieve the clarity with that tuning.
That's cool, man. Yeah, so that's really cool that was what I refer to as a baritone style 6-string. I mean, in fact, that's what's right over my shoulder. That's can't get my thumb right. A Paranormal Cabernita baritone 6-string, because I like to tune low on some of my new stuff as well. But I definitely couldn't get mine to go that low and sound that good. So kudos to you for that, man. So let's see. Man. And you said this was all mixed and mastered yourselves, or you went
Right
commercial?
here in Harry Potter's second bedroom.
There you go.
That's the station right there.
Man,
There's the guitar room.
and I'm asking because obviously I ask all bands, but like especially with like that prog metal style, and I hate that I keep calling you prog metal. I don't know if you're okay with that, but that's what
Cool,
I feel.
man. I love prog.
Yeah, it's definitely got some prog metalcore kind of mixing going on in there, but especially with that genre, if you don't have the right clarity, and which is sometimes hard to get out of a home studio, it just doesn't translate well. So for you to come out with a track out of your home that came out that clear, to complement that style you're going for, man, it was very well done, man. It was awesome. I also love the way you guys kind of threw in the DJ elements with your excuse me, your effects and whatnot, and then you add that rap style in there. It was just very well done. A lot of really cool elements hitting you at once. And again, like I said earlier in the show, I always like to try and get bands that can kind of bridge that gap for people that may not be into the ridiculously heavy stuff that's hard to even comprehend. There's so much noise, you don't even know what's going on. That these
people don't like Bless.
yeah, but these super clear, very heavy as far as rhythm goes, but super clear, very understandable for those that aren't accustomed to the genre, could easily get into. And I like to call this style kind of like a gateway drug. That's how I refer to it. It's like gateway drug metal. It's definitely metal as fuck, but it just has the right kind of clarity and vibe to really rope in someone that probably isn't from the genre. It's got that pull. Man, it sounded really great. I'm gonna say it over and over again. I had no clue what to expect whenever you were giving me the rundown on what you thought the track reminded you of and whatnot, and blew me away, honestly,
I gave
man.
nothing. I was sitting there listening to the other guys, which shout out to the previous bands. Holy crap! I'm actually gonna check out the playlist after this because I really like the well, obviously I fuck with Halo Scars, but we're both bands from Knoxville, so we've had the opportunity to play together and network together. They're all really good guys. They sound just as good live. I definitely recommend if you're able to see them, if they're playing locally or if they're on tour, definitely check out Halo Scars. But shout out to the other bands and especially the guys that are mixing and mastering their own stuff. That like, I know it's hard, but it's also it gives you so much control as the artist. It gives you so much more control over the end product and really imprinting yourself on the music.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Whew, it's hard for me to put into words all the things that track made me feel. I really loved it, man. It was, I keep saying prog metal and kind of metalcore kind of mixed in, but at the same time, man, it is it's definitely a fresh take on it, man. I don't hear a lot. I haven't heard anything recently to that effect that sounded anything like what you got going. Again, definitely you got a basis kind of like in the prog metalcore, but all the extra stuff you're doing is just kind of putting you out in your own little area. So that's awesome, man. I would say keep doing what you're doing. Get your little corner together and keep doing it, man. You got something really cool going on, I think. And I think if you keep pushing it, man, it's gonna be well received everywhere that you're heard for sure. So remind me again, was this a single, off an album, upcoming album? What was the deal there?
It's just a standalone single. Like all of our releases so far have been just that, and it's all been a learning process for me and the rest of the band as far as recording at home. We've all had our little minor projects here and there, but we've never been part of something that we've tried to take as seriously and do as much with. So it's been cool just learn like you can listen to, like, if you start with our first release, which was Faith, and work up to now, you'll see that I've obviously been on URM Academy, learning the trade and really learning how to get the clarity and still have a lot of feel in music. And it's like this next song will be the same thing. It's just a new learning experience for the music. But we're working towards. We have, I want to say, upwards of like 30 demos put together that are just we have a lot of good, and we don't want to use the good. We want to use the great. So we're slowly but surely with the chisel just kind of carving at these songs and trying to turn them into something great before we put it out.
Definitely.
So we may be the single band for a little bit longer, but our end goal is to put out an album. But we want the album to have a theme and a message from beginning to end, something very cohesive. So we don't want to just put all of our songs that we've written together and put out an album. We're kind of taking our time on that, and we've gotten a lot of advice from professional bands that we've been able to open up for, like Franz from Attila. I had the opportunity to talk with him after a show, and he kind of really emphasized, like, push your singles, man. Like, especially at y'all's level, y'all don't need to be worrying about a full length album. Just push the singles. So that's what we're doing for now. Is really just trying to get the national attention that we're trying to get before we bother with a full release.
Yeah, makes sense, man. And again, I'll say again, you guys definitely got something special. So just keep at it, man. I think you guys got something really cool going on there. Just keep hammering away at it, and make sure, like you said, make sure it's great. Make sure you put that good impression out there that you want. And I think it's just gonna be so well received on every release.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
With that said, man, what a freaking show. Let's see. We went from, what was it? I think we had, deathcore, hardcore-ish kind of at the beginning. We had math. We had mathcore. We had traditional metalcore. We had modern metalcore, and then we had you guys bringing this science experiment here. It was a great show, everyone. So real quick, thanks again, Jesse and Wolves of Oz. And I'm going to do a couple quick plugs, and then I'm going to let everyone go to bed at a decent hour, because I know probably all of us have day jobs, because this isn't paying the bills just yet. But with that said, I'm going to save some of you guys some heartache in a few weeks. In case you forgot, I think it's 3 Wednesdays from now is Valentine's Day. So if you haven't thought about that, you need to start thinking about it. But that Wednesday, we will not be having Banger Wednesday. We got 2 more episodes, and then we'll take that break. But when we return back after that Valentine's Day break, we will be starting season 2 of Banger Wednesday. We'll have a little bit of a format change for you guys. We're going to reduce the amount of bands we have per night, so we can spend more time with each band. And we're going to add some additional content. We're going to have some games that the bands and chat will be able to take part in. We will be introducing a co-hosting panel of some other guys that'll be with me. kind of leading these reviews, assisting with the games, and I am working on some prize giveaways. So again, try to remember to follow Twitch. That way you can get in whenever season 2 starts, because that's the only way you'll win some free prizes. So be sure to keep coming back, spread the word. And with that said, I've talked enough. I need to get you guys to bed. So again, all the bands you heard tonight will be found on the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist. I'll get them on there either tonight or tomorrow, and they'll be available. This video will stay available on Twitch for about a week, and then Twitch says, okay, you've had enough time, and they throw it in the trash. I will take the video and upload it to YouTube, where it'll live for eternity, to be viewed later. So hi, everyone in future YouTube world. And with that said, I think I said enough. Great show, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thank you, bands, for bringing some amazing tracks. And like we close every night, I'm going to randomly grab a track from the Banger Wednesday Spotify playlist, and I will play everyone out. So with that said, good night, everyone. Stay safe, keep banging your heads, and see you on the next episode of Banger Wednesday. So here we go. Let me throw you guys over there, and I will select a track. And have a good night, everyone. Let's see, who's the lucky band this week? Let's go with Elijah. Here we go.
Fucking toe.
Behind you.